When someone loses their person, their brain is trying to make sense of something that feels impossible, something that they absolutely don't want to accept. And the brain does what brains do. It starts offering thoughts, tens of thousands of them a day. Thoughts like, life will never be as good again. My brain's favorite thought after Hugo died, my best days are behind me. My brain loved that thought. Brains offer thoughts like, no one understands. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want. And those thoughts are problematic, primarily because they feel incredibly convincing, but they are not facts. And one of the first things I help widows do is learn how to see their thoughts as thoughts, instead of automatically believing every thought their brain offers. Not to argue with them, not to force positive thinking, but simply to notice. And noticing is actually a really hard thing to do for yourself, because when you're inside the jar, it's kind of hard to read the label. But I'm not inside the jar, metaphorically speaking. I'm not inside your life. I'm not inside your brain. So I can show you what you can't see for yourself. I can show you that the thoughts that feel so true and real are actually just thoughts instead of facts. And the moment you can see your thoughts clearly and you can recognize that they are optional, you can create some space. And in that space, you will uncover options and you will get to choose how you want to think about any situation in your life. The third thing I help widows with is noticing the ways that we add suffering. Pain is a part of grief. Pain is a part of life. Pain is a part of being human. It is unavoidable. None of us are getting out of this experience without pain. Suffering, though, comes from the layers that we add on top of that pain, the judgment, the resistance. So, for example, pain might sound like, my person died and I'm sad, of course. But suffering will sound like, I shouldn't be so sad. I should be feeling better by now. I can't handle this sadness. I don't want to bring other people down. I don't want them to know how sad I feel. I should be doing better than I am. Those thoughts pile weight on top of the pain that already exists. As they say in Buddhism, those are the second arrows, right? The first arrow we can't do anything about, and it's the second arrow that we fire at ourselves. And so that part of coaching is helping widows notice those patterns, not with judgment, but with compassion, with curiosity, because once you see how those thoughts are operating, you can decide whether you want to keep believing them. And that changes our experience of grief and dramatically improves our quality of life, reduces our suffering. And I think it's really important. The fourth thing that I help widows with is rebuilding a life. Eventually, most widows reach a point where the question becomes, now what? Okay, I'm surviving. I got through the worst of it. Now what? What does my life look like from here? Who am I now? What do I want? What matters to me? And those questions can feel really uncomfortable, sometimes even disloyal, because when your person dies, it can feel like imagining a future means that you're leaving them behind. Everything that you envisioned before had them as a part of that vision. And so it can feel really disorienting to not know what it is you want exactly. But what I will say is that your love doesn't disappear, your grief doesn't disappear, and your life is still unfolding. They died, you didn't. And I really do believe that widows deserve more than just surviving their lives. I want widows to thrive. I know how close and how easily it would have been for me to stay stuck in my best days are behind me. And I know that better is possible for all of us. So we talk about things like identity and values and relationships and purpose and joy and meaning and possibility. Widows are struggling with decision-making and their confidence is lower than it could be. And they have money drama and body image issues and all the things that get in the way of loving life again for widows. Those are the things that we talk about. So grief doesn't go away, but we develop an intentional relationship with it and we make friends with it. We learn to let it be with us and we build a life that we can love even alongside the grief. And the more intentionally we build that life, the more meaningful it becomes. So that's what I'm interested in helping women with.